Telecom companies had claimed that the entire sector was in dire straits and had sought a 20-year payment timeline before the top court. However, the court has reserved its order on the issue of providing a staggered payment timeline to telecom companies to pay up the pending AGR dues. The court refused to listen to arguments which were being given by telecom companies who had claimed that many of them may go into insolvency or bankruptcy if at all they are asked to pay up front. The court asked the senior lawyers appearing for various telecom companies to think about the revenue of the country, after which they scaled down their earlier demand for a 20-year payment timeline to a 15-year payment timeline, which again did not cut ice before the top court. It remains to be seen what is going to be the payment timeline decided by the top court in its final verdict, which is going to determine the health of the telecom sector and whether many telecom companies survive or not. Also, the court observes that it is likely that many companies which have gone into liquidation may be trying to avoid paying huge liabilities, after which it sought financial details of many companies which are already into liquidation, namely Systema Sham, Teleservices, Reliance Communications and Videocon. The court has asked for financial details of these companies to be filed, and the hearing would be conducted in August, when the court will assess how genuine is their plea for liquidation or insolvency, and after that itself any order would be passed in this regard. The top court had observed that its verdict, which was delivered last year on the 24th of October on payment of AGR dues and on the definition of the word adjusted gross revenue, was final, and there was absolutely no option before telecom companies to not pay the amount or question the AGR dues which were being sought by the Department of Telecommunications. Many telecom companies had questioned several dues which were levied by the DoT, but the top court refused to go into those arguments, making it amply clear that it was not possible for any reassessment of the verdict, since even a review petition had been rejected in this regard in January this year. The top court had remained insistent on the payment of AGR dues. However, something which was being debated was the payment timeline, on which DoT had already agreed to consider a staggered payment in order to avoid massive insolvencies and bankruptcies in the telecom sector. It remains to be seen what, of course, would be the reply from the side of various telecom companies in this regard, and how they are going to provision for payment of the entire AGR dues, especially at a time when the top court did not give any relaxation as such, neither did it agree to the demand which was being raised by telecom companies to give them a 15 or a 20-year timeline. The top court also remained insistent on seeking some degree of security to ensure that companies do not fold up without paying the requisite AGR dues.